Is Mark up today, or I guess we'll find out.
Says he's online on our board.
Nice. Let's see. I catch up on some of the new developments here in NFT world.
A bunch
So you
of
see,
here now. Funko and Hot Wheels had the drop today. Hanna-Barbera.
when was that? Was today, right?
Yes, that was an hour ago. And Hot Wheels was, I think, also maybe an hour ago. Then the Hot Wheels pack opening starts at 1. I believe the Funko packs you can open already.
Let me sign into my web wallet so I can check on these drops. Did you also see the
Leggy Hodler?
What was it called? The GameStop started their marketplace.
Yeah, I posted that in Discord yesterday.
Yeah. That's cool. Did you mess with it or browse it at all a little bit?
Just an Ethereum marketplace. Like, I don't know.
It is.
Seems like there's a lot of other marketplaces that are doing the exact same thing. Like, I don't know what's unique about the GameStop one. I guess that they curate the collections, because you can't just sell other people's collections. Like, you have to sign up to be a creator through GameStop. So I guess technically it's like curated by GameStop, but looking through it, they didn't really have that much cool shit that I wanted.
So there's not even like a secondary market where you can sell what you bought?
No, you can, but the collections have to be approved by. It's like the whitelist process. Atomic Hub.
Yeah.
Well, but you can't just like mint NFTs and then sell them through there. Like, you have to be accepted collection.
Oh, I see. I guess that's kind of cool to be curated, but a lot of the stuff I saw when I was browsing their market, I was like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's that picky to be curated here.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any of this stuff.
Same. It is really cool to see this, though. This is like mainstream adoption for crypto assets, in my opinion. Like, this is a huge retailer like chain like GameStop getting into cryptocurrency assets. Like, this is big to me.
They have their own NFTs.
I also think they're partnered with Immutable X, which is like a layer 2 for NFTs, kind of like Polygon Matic is a layer 2 for DeFi.
Yeah, that's what like Gods and Chain runs on, but
yeah,
you can't buy stuff on it with Immutable X yet. It's like a future.
Not yet. Yeah, exactly. I think when that becomes a thing, that's going to also, like, if it gets the traction that it could get, that'll make Immutable X quite valuable.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I would rather use OpenSea than this marketplace. I don't really get the point of it.
Yeah, for me personally too, but I'm already deep into this stuff. I think for like a newcomer, this is nice to have like a little like sheltered, curated area to like mess around. Not that I feel like you're getting the coolest shit here, as much as at least you're having someone hold your hand a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah, none of this stuff super appeals to me.
Yeah, I looked for a while yesterday, and I was like, I don't know, I don't necessarily. I feel like I like all of our Neon Space stuff better than everything I saw in this marketplace.
I also saw
but I'm biased as all fuck.
Once.
There's nothing as cool as like the Sune artwork either, and like, I don't know, it's all very like, yeah, like, I mean, we're seeing it on screen, so I don't have to describe it.
What?
I do like that crazy sloth, and yeah, that one. Yeah. All right, there we go. I like that. That's funny that like I didn't even have to say which one, and you already clicked it. I was like, I do like. You're like, yep, I do too.
It's a $5,000 sloth, though. No, thank you.
Okay, it's not. I don't like it that much.
Christ, $5,000 for that?
That's crazy. I mean, my Mad Meerkat still sells for like $900, but
this is that GameStop marketplace.
As utility, yeah, this is the GameStop marketplace.
It's all your mic based, I'm assuming.
Is your mic weird, or are you just far from it, Mark?
Oh, whoops. My.
Oh yeah, it is weird. I actually hear it this time. I hear the echoey, reverby sound of your voice. It does not sound normal. Ooh, that's a weird one. Go back up top, like 2 rows up, and then to the left, the far left. What the fuck is that?
Stupid monkey number 369.
Yeah, sometimes my
Oh,
my
freaky.
interface for the mic just doesn't connect
Kind
to
of
my
grainy
computer.
though.
I don't hate this creepy one, but
That is terrifying.
it is. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like hideous in like a delightful way.
It seems like kind of a weird hodgepodge of like pixel art and kind of memes and like some profile
Mhm.
picture stuff.
It's not a bad representation of what NFTs are. I would say
That
like,
is true,
NFTs
yeah.
definitely are a lot of this.
Can you sort by collection?
It's still pretty bare bones. You can look through collection and then through individual NFTs, but there isn't like a section for like gaming assets or artwork assets or anything like that yet.
But this
least
isn't like
not.
Wax where you could like list something on OpenSea and then it also shows up on this NFT marketplace. It has to be like specifically
to be.
relisted here.
Yes, sir. It has to be whitelisted by this marketplace to be listed at all. And if it is listed on this marketplace, it can only be purchased from this marketplace.
Yeah, it just seems weird. Like, I mean, it seems like the current ecosystem is like there's one kind of there's a handful of marketplaces on each major chain that host NFTs, and then there's 1 or 2 that have the community approval that'll worth your time and stuff. But it just seems like it's all scattered around, so you don't always get a full snapshot of what's available because you have to jump on all these different marketplaces. I just wish, like the Atomic Standard, I like because any marketplace I look at has different features, but I'm seeing all Atomic assets.
Yeah. The one thing that is a little weird to me now, though, is that I use like Nifty Blocks, Atomic Hub, and Chain Champs. And when I look at my wallet and I look at like total sold on Atomic Hub, it tells you the total sold for Atomic Hub. On Chain Champs, the total sold for Chain Champs. So like it really compartmentalizes my wallet's statistics.
True,
which is a
yeah,
little
and it
strange.
also doesn't include any drops you buy. It's only secondary.
Yeah. But that's always been the case. So,
This game
but yeah,
seems
I agree though. I think the Atomic Asset Standard really is nice. But I also don't think that that's necessarily something that can't be achieved by the NFT token standard on Ethereum. It's just not there yet.
yeah.
Like I could see some like layer 2 solution like Immutable X eventually having like cross market population as part of their as part of their NFT token standard. So it could still be coming. It just already works much better on Wax. I have to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely dope. I found another NFT project that I like. Oh man, I almost aped into it, but they're like $500 NFTs, and I was like, it's like it's just not it's not bull season right now. I can't just be dumping $500 into like NFTs.
Yeah,
it's,
but Max, if it's $500 now, just think how much it'll be worth during the bull market.
I don't even want it to sell it. I just want it because it's a stupid little game that's associated with like the money market I've been getting real into is AAVE. And the NFT project is Avagachis, like AAVE gachis.
Oh my god, like Tamagotchis?
Yeah, like yeah. And you can like equip them with stuff. You can like, play with them to make them happier. And then they all have like actual AAVE balances backing them. Depending on like what they have backing them, they look differently. So it's like there's like a Uniswap one that I wanted. It was backed by actual Uniswap tokens on AAVE, and it has like a little unicorn. It's like a little ghost. I don't know.
Max, haven't we learned that bridge tokens are scary?
Yes, exactly right. Also, Uniswap was like rumored to have been hacked yesterday. No, they didn't. It ended up being a sophisticated phishing attack. I had to like look into everything to like understand it, but it was like basically what happened is an attacker minted a token called Uniswap LP, and then airdropped that token to any wallet that was holding liquidity on Uniswap V3 liquidity pools, like proportional to how much their liquidity was. Kind of like a pretty sophisticated airdrop already.
Yeah.
And then the really sophisticated part of this attack is that they did some type of like shifty shit that what was called polluted the blockchain data on the block explorer, that it displayed the source address for those airdrops to be the real Uniswap like V3 token address. So when people who got these tokens in their wallet saw these tokens and then looked them up on Block Explorer showed those tokens were dropped to them from the Uniswap V3 token wallet, like distribution wallet, even though they were not.
So then when they try to investigate, it looks legit.
Exactly. And then they started investigating the name of the token, Uniswap LP token, which took them to a like phishing site that looked like the Uniswap site claim page for these tokens. But at that point, it was fake. And then once they signed the transactions to claim their LP tokens, which the deal was you claim your LP tokens and they turn into regular Unity tokens, when people signed that transactions, they compromised their wallets.
Yeah, that is
So a very sophisticated phishing hack. And the way to stay safe out there from these types of uber sophisticated hacks is if you get dropped coins in your wallet that you don't recognize, leave them alone. Don't fucking send them, don't burn them, don't redeem them. Any type of transaction done with those coins could be the transaction that gives the malicious contract permission to your wallet. Just leave them alone. Pretend you don't see them. That's the best move.
Even just hide them from your MetaMask. Yeah.
Like if you get dropped stuff you don't remember, if you think like, oh, I might have won something, I got some airdrops that I didn't realize I was gonna get, leave it alone. Don't fuck with it.
It seems like just airdrops now. Like there's so many sophisticated scams out there. Like I'm leery about any airdrops, even if they're legit. You know.
Yeah. Oh, the thing to understand too is that if you have a token in your wallet, sending that token is interacting with that contract address, and that
you have to sign a transaction. Yeah.
That interaction could be, yes, give this contract permission to do whatever the fuck you want with my wallet, even if all you're doing is sending tokens from one wallet to another. So don't. Don't fuck with stuff you don't know.
Wait, to pivot here. So
yeah,
is this that Illuvium game, Lou?
This looks
it's Illuvium. I'm just clicking on the games. These are all featured on the GameStop market as what's going to come when IMX comes.
This looks pretty nice, I gotta say.
Looks pretty cool, yeah.
Pretty sophisticated looking like Battler. Yeah,
it's better than what Splinterlands plays like.
Yeah, this looks like Splinterlands, but like a 3D version of the fight.
Way more visually appealing, yeah.
Also, you set up your things live. You don't choose it before the round. Like mid-round, you can see what they have, and then you can move your shit around. Instead of Splinterlands, you have to choose everything before, and then it just like.
Oh, that's dope too.
I don't know. I think this looks cool as far as you can.
The interface here looks pretty fucking cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when PlayStation came out with like that PlayStation Eye, and it had like that camera, and then they had that card game that was supposed to play like Yu-Gi-Oh, and you could place a card down, and then it would actually like visually display. Like
what? That sounds cool as fuck.
Dude, this was years ago. This was like PS4, PS3 era maybe, and then it would like spawn either. I don't think it was like AR or anything, but it would like spawn on your screen.
Dude, this
like,
in AR would
like
fucking
this.
rock.
Yeah, it was so badass. I don't know if like they just ran out of funding or it just didn't quite come to fruition. But I just remember being so excited about that.
I feel like AR is perfect for this. If I can use my NFTs on my phone and then be like, okay, toss this on the table, and then see it through my camera of battling your NFT character just on my like kitchen table, that's cool as shit.
I think it was like PlayStation Eye or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I will say like, yeah, these games look cool, but cool like asterisks for NFT games. They look cool. For like modern AAA titles, this is like 10 years behind.
This looks like a mobile game I play.
This is true. Yeah, I'd play this on mobile. That's true. But for a PC game, I guess I was being biased.
I mean, how many auto battler card games do you play on PC?
Auto battler, yeah, you're right. None.
I think a lot of them actually look worse than this. Like Bob was playing a game that he showed us as an auto battler game, and it did not have graphics like this. So I think this is actually like okay for the
this is actually pretty cool.
Game realm.
You're right. I didn't.
Card games don't normally have like matching graphics with them.
Yeah, I didn't think of the mobile side of
first-person shooter. This doesn't look good, but this is not a first-person shooter. So.
Mark, is Eye of Judgment what you were talking about? Eric is
yes,
saying?
I was looking it up just now. It is Eye of Judgment.
I love that Eric's just like, Eye of Judgment. I have one of those. Like, well, I can fucking take you down.
Yeah, it was back in 2007. So, I mean, that's like pretty innovative for like 15 years ago.
This one looks pretty cool. What else is on here? These are all going to be on the GameStop marketplace.
That's right. Like that Ni no Kuni game that we had seen. I think Burst first showed it is like an auto battler, but more like an MMO style. But you know, it's a nice visual. I think the criticism or like the the commentary, and I think Toons mentioned this in chat before, is just like there's not a lot going on. Like there's just not enough content to do, but the premise seems kind of interesting and the visuals are really cool. It kind of has like that like Miyazaki like anime look.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can look up like
World.
Eye of Judgment.
Neon. I don't know. It's cool to see these. Like I was saying, I was also like on a bunch of forums and stuff, like seeing what people reacted to this GameStop market, and I will say it's weird to see like a lot of animosity still, not just from the gamer community, but also from like the crypto community, where people in crypto are like, serves you right for like the NFT markets collapsing, or like, fuck, who wants this shit? Who's asking for this? And it's just like, literally anybody in crypto should be excited by this. This is mainstream adoption by major fucking retail chains of a crypto technology. Like, where are we getting like upset about this? Like, I don't know. I definitely am very excited by this development, and I really think Immutable X could really add some value to this. I think having cross marketplace population on its own would drive dramatically more utility to these types of marketplaces. Like if I can list my stuff on this marketplace and anyone can buy it on OpenSea, that's a big deal. Like, and that's just not a thing that happens on Ethereum yet. But yeah, and also like we're looking at some of these games, they look cool. Like that last game looked fucking cool.
This game is really cool. Like I don't know what a good video is besides fucking. I watched this 40-minute one, which clearly won't watch now, but this is like a card game, but it's played live action. I'm like, this is what fucking all these NFT battler games need to do. See if I can...
Oh, here we go. I think GameStop's also putting up $100 million up to help develop these fucking properties. So
this is not
real money.
NFT at all. This is something separate, but
word.
This is an Xbox game that came out on the original Xbox, but it like basically was so ahead of its time, Xbox shelved it before it was even released. Like, it was developed by Microsoft Studios, and they didn't even release it in America because they thought the audience wouldn't like it.
It looks like Magic cards.
I like that the bottom, like the text is like, I play Magic the Gathering
Arena
every single day.
I'm trying to explain this to people, and you guys keep interrupting. Anyway, this is what a normal card game looks like, and instead of that, like, you actually battle people in an arena like this. So you're like running around, and your cards are in the bottom right there. So you have Psycho Knife, Power Shell, and Key Lance, and then you have to actually like do your attack, but you build your deck beforehand, and then you collect the cards in the fucking stage, and then you have to throw them at people, but it interacts with the environment. So like if somebody ducks behind a wall, you can miss your fireball into the wall, and also the environment can hurt people. So you can like throw a fireball at the wall, knock the wall down, and then the wall hurts the person. This is like supposed to be a new way that card games work, and also like he's showing here that like there's different damage and different accuracy at different distances and stuff, but it's like the world interacts with the cards. He's like, the least cool thing about card games is like you're just in your imagination, you're like, oh, I'm shooting a fireball, but this kind of like bridges you being able to use the spells in real game, but then there's still strategy because you have to build your deck and like use it and stuff at the right time. But
yeah, so there's like two different skill sets. You have to like build your deck and then also like be good at the actual like skill base of using the spells that you equipped yourself with.
I love the way this guy fires, like the way that thing traces, or the one that like branched out.
Like some Dragon Ball Z shit right there.
That's cool as shit. Yeah, I like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is original Xbox, so it's like, I don't know, if they released an NFT version of this, it'd be the fucking shit.
It's pretty ahead of its time for OG Xbox days.
Yeah, geez.
I think this came out in like early 2000s. If anybody cares, this is Nick Robinson. It's called Xbox's Forgotten Masterpiece. And he's starting like a new thing where every Thursday he does a happy hour where you can get this game for free online now and you can play it. And he's trying to like revive the game, so they'll make a sequel. But
there's like an emulator for it or something?
I think it's just available on some marketplace. Let's see.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, you can still get it.
Looks like a decent quality like PC game I would play.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty high quality indie game at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, correction, Phantom Dust Happy Hour will be held Thursday. It's just on PC in the Xbox store, I think.
Yeah, I'll show that Eye of Judgment trailer after when Lou's done with his.
You can just get it for free in the Xbox store, Microsoft store.
Oh shit!
I'm with Random King in the chat too. I would love to play like Yu-Gi-Oh or any of these types of like card games in AR. I feel like summoning your monsters and having them like battle in front of you, even if you have to look through your phone to see it, would be so cool.
Yeah, so like, oh, here, one sec. Here, I'll show my screen real quick. So like, this is Eye of Judgment, and the PlayStation, I think it was like the PlayStation Eye was like the peripheral at the time, and it's like a camera that would look over and sync with the console. I think this is like PS3 days, and so this was like a card game that kind of played similarly. So
oh, and it's basically like QR codes on the card, huh?
Yeah, I think so. They're
The
like those
camera
patterns are like
understands, yeah.
recognized. So like, I think this is just like gameplay footage, or I mean like cutscene footage, but like there's a part where he like places here. Let me see.
That's cool that it's like you have the physical cards to play the game on the like console. God, that's cool.
Let me see.
That's another thing. I've never seen that like dynamic in a game before, where it's like, yeah, I don't play this with my controller. I like show the camera the physical cards in my hand.
Okay, let's see. So then he plays it. Look at that, and then it has a little summoning action. Isn't that dope? Yeah. And see, look, it is AR because like you can see his hand in the camera too.
Real. I guess the AR part that would make this AR would be if you can move the camera and the tracking works with it.
Well, he can move the card and it tracks with it. Like, watch this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd say
See?
that's definitely AR. What the fuck?
Isn't that crazy?
That's cool as hell.
I think it's just like like tracking the animation, but still like it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, you got those orange or those green points there in the corner, creating like a very simple like plate for it.
Card lost. Oh, weird.
That's cool, and I feel like this. You said this is a PlayStation,
dude. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I feel like at this point we could have something way more
just like the one that Lou showed. It's like, man, those are like really innovative and really cool mechanics, but you know, there just wasn't an appetite for it at the time. But I guarantee if you were to release these sort of games now, there would be a huge appetite for it.
I'd be into this. Yeah, this is hilarious. Damn,
Weird.
that's
so
cool.
There's like different land types, I think, or like just different.
Looks like it, yeah.
Tiles that have different attributes. Anyway, it's pretty sick. And like, if you could have some online like interaction here, that'd be insane.
Oh, there's like a little +2 guy. Yeah, that's super cool. I like
how I am the KY. It's like I immediately know how to exploit this. I forge my own cards.
Oh yeah, you could forge cards for this thing. That I guess that is definitely the caveat here. Is like
handmade Yu-Gi-Oh game on Oculus. That'd be pretty cool. So it's like a VR Yu-Gi-Oh game.
I just really like this. Like he's playing a video game, but the controller is a physical like card. Like
exactly, yeah, like
that's so
exactly
fucking cool.
And you know the UI is pretty cool. I mean, like if I could play Magic the Gathering like this, I would just shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I would play like
if I played like even if I just play a land card and I played like a forest and then just like forest shootout, that would be so awesome.
Yeah. Right?
Anyway.
Yeah, force just grows from it. Like, yeah, that'd be dope. And then when you tap it, like some green mana pool.
Look,
just,
all
like,
the battles are like
pool.
animated too, so it kind of like switches from cutscene to AR.
Yeah, that's dope though. I'm into that.
Anyway,
damn, that's cool. I'm excited to see how this like all develops further. The NFT space is fucking growing. How did the Hot Wheels drop do? I know they did it in wax this time. I haven't actually checked yet.
I think it might still be live.
Oh, it's still going? In that case, let's see if I can find it.
It'll be close at 3:30 Eastern time, so that is right now.
Wasn't Funko this morning, or?
Yeah, Funko.
Yeah, that one sold out.
The Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, I wonder how fast that went. Probably pretty fast.
It was gone when I checked it, so pretty fast.
For some reason, I kept thinking today was Monday, and I was like, "Oh, the Funko drops on Tuesday," because like we kind of take Monday as like a day off, at least from streaming, and so like, oh yeah, we're streaming. It's Monday. It's our first stream of the week. Nope, that's Tuesday. So I missed Hanna-Barbera, even though I really wanted to actually buy into that one.
Yeah, let's see if the aftermarket's doing.
If it's close
like
to
a
drop
multi-
price, I might grab one. Although
Yeah,
you know,
let's-
like the chase for the see, I'm using the right terminology. You see that, Valorant
Chase?
Vellum? The chase NFT is the physicals. I'm not that into the Jetsons. I mean, I grew up with the Jetsons, but I don't really attach to the characters as much. If they had different physicals, I probably would go a little harder on the aftermarket.
Hot Wheels Series 3. Let's see if I can find this Funko. Funko HB Funko. That's Hanna-Barbera. Let's see. The packs are. It looks like premium packs are going for about $15.
So
Or I mean
right about
standard
drop
packs.
price?
Sorry. Standard
Drop
packs about
$10.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
that's-
5
I
over.
guess it's not awful.
And then the
Earlier,
premium.
though, like I think Burst grabbed a mint 3 pack for like the price of the drop.
Wow.
Chain champs, if you're looking for those deals.
Let's see. Looks like about $64, $65 for the premiums. Or at least that one. Oh no. Here we go. $49 for the premium, which I think those go for $35 originally, right? Is that right? The 15 card packs?
Yeah, isn't it 10 and 30? I think is what they do. Like 10 for the small ones, 30 for the big ones.
Oh, okay. Oh well, the floor just.
Someone
got bought
correct
up
me
to
if I'm
50.
wrong there.
It was 38 is the suggested price, and then 50 is the current lowest listing. So a little bit above drop price right now, but you could probably wait a little bit and see if you get back closer to drop. It looks like about.
I don't want
a-
any of the physicals personally. That's the main reason.
Yeah,
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
they-
trying to sign for Crypto.com credit card, but I was like, I don't like the Jetsons. So
yeah.
another dude's from Yogi Bear and is like, yeah, I don't know, not for
I
me.
feel like there were so many better opportunities for physicals in the Hanna-Barbera universe that you
Yeah,
could have gone with, but there might be some licensing stuff on behind
that's
the hood
yeah.
or something like that.
I just feel
we're
like they
not
might
aware of.
want to do like a Flintstones like full-fledged one versus having that be the like.
It's a really
Yeah,
good
focus,
point. Yeah.
yeah. Cause I'd be into like Flintstones has a bunch of cool characters, like even just like the Flintstones family and the fucking what is Barney's last name? I forget. The Rubble family. Just like them.
Speaking of bears, did you
dinos?
know that it's Berenstain Bears, not Berenstein Bears? Did you know that?
Did.
I feel like I knew that just because that's like a thing that is always brought up. It's like one of those Mandela effect things where like everyone grew up thinking it was one thing, but then like no, it's always been.
Well, I think there's all kinds of like internet sleuthers out there that like have found like deep cut prints that actually show as being spelled as Berenstein, and they're like, look, they changed it.
Oh yeah. Monasuerte is proud with his self for not ripping the pack right away. He's got a self-control.
Well, what, you got to chase that dragon, man. The dragon's not gonna catch
I
itself.
still have. How's this for self-control? I still have unripped packs from TMNT Funko.
Yeah, I mean, don't you have some Neon Space Genesis packs too?
Oh fuck yeah, I do. But I collect like unripped packs. So
That's a good discipline, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I bought those to never rip them. So, and then the Genesis packs, I bought those to give those away like years from now when that's a much bigger deal.
Yes, did you know that Das Boot in German, as well, it's Das Boot, and it means boat. So, and when people see like Beer Fest, that movie where they talk about drinking boots of beer, that's actually a Stiefel.
Yeah, Stiefel. It would be der Stiefel, not
Yeah,
das
der
Stiefel.
Bier Stiefel.
Das Boot is just really
Das Boot is just a mispronunciation.
Really American.
For one, you're mispronouncing the word very badly, and two, it's pronounced Das Boot, and it is boat.
it's pronounced Das Boot.
Although that is an excellent movie. It's a really funny
I love that movie. I also really, I mean, as a like German myself, I love the way that Americans like represent German culture. It's just so over the top, like cartoonishly Bavarian.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
hilarious.
that's true. Man, I remember
like-
trying to learn like oh god, what's it called? Like what's the like I guess it's just like Bayerisch or whatever like the
Yeah.
the Bayern like accent is, and it's just like a completely different. It's like Plattdeutsch. I can kind of piece it together, but like the Bayern dialect is just like a completely different language. Like we would like listen to like normal like High German, and then like the Bayern accent. It's just absolutely gibberish.
I also. Das Boot.
Was ist jetzt gone, Papa?
Was ist
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right,
I love that.
I'm gonna jump into a giveaway. We're getting too off the rails. We're 30 minutes in. We got fucking tech talk to talk about. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll check.
I have a Hot Wheels NFT Garage Series 3 pack. Thanks to being a gold ambassador. Shout out to the Wax team and thank you. Actually, Hot Wheels, because this is separate than the Wax team. Like, not all the ambassadors got it. Only a select handful of ambassadors.
Yeah, it was only the gold ones, right? So.
No, not even. You had to apply, and a bunch of people were denied their application.
Oh dang. Okay.
Also, you guys don't get any because you didn't ask for it.
Yeah, I did not apply.
You had to actually ask for it. They didn't just give it to all the gold ambassadors.
Oh, I gotta do that next time.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to like take too much. I mean, one, I didn't apply, but two, like I since we're all kind of like we're individually ambassadors, but we're more ambassadors as a group, and so like I didn't want to like take more than is normal because there's three of us.
Because this one was more like they only approved on an individual basis, so that's how they're going to approve 3 of us from the same team doing it. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to like.
I reached out and applied, so our community gets some.
Yeah, our community is gonna be stoked since you did that. The other quote from Beerfest that gets me is when he's like listing all the good beers from Germany, and at the end he's just like und
Becks.
und Becks. Und Becks.
Speech point play. If you want to join this Hot Wheels giveaway.
Und Becks. That movie's so fucking good. Quotable. Fun.
Pack opening is in 22 minutes for this. You can't open it yet, but you can at 1.
If you win
So
it,
maybe
we'll
I'll
open it
send
on
it
stream, and we'll keep the good shit.
Oh God. Woof.
Oh man.
Man, I really want to know how that drama played out though with the person who got Wombat promo, like season 4 promo packs and fucking sold them. Like Sasha's like the most wholesome, kind person, and you just like completely spat in his face. So I just like, to imagine that guy angry or frustrated is just like completely. I can't even envision it. So I wonder how that played out on.
I think that collection was entirely.
Wait, you can open regular packs. I thought it said the pack opening went live at 1 p.m.
Oh, Valorant Venom. I think somebody like who was in Wombat got dropped packs to give away to their community and just listed them all on the market to sell, which I think got them completely like removed from Wombat.
Yeah, I mean, for obvious reasons, he was pretty upset.
I don't think they were in Wombat. This had to do with the ambassador program. This didn't have to do with a Wombat creator.
Oh, it was an ambassador thing.
Yeah,
you guys don't even know what you're talking about. You're spreading bullshit.
Yeah, it's just damn.
Well, yeah. So it was in the ambassador chat where I had seen it, and so he just like kind of had said like, "Hey, like I see this is happening. This isn't in the spirit of why I sent you these packs. You know, the whole point is like if you're an influencer, an ambassador, you're supposed to share them." And then it sounded like there was some sort of stuff that happened behind the scenes to kind of hash it out, but I don't know what the final say was, if that person like remained an ambassador or he just like, look, I'm never sending you shit again, which obviously
that's what he said in Discord. He's like, you're done getting free shit from Wombat, so you just burn that bridge the second you crossed it.
Yeah,
you fucking nuked that bridge behind you.
Yeah, he went in the ambassador thing and he was like, any ambassadors that want to give away Wombat, like I'll send you stuff. And then the person, they didn't sell all of them either. They sold some of them, but he's like, none of these were meant to be sold. Then people are trying to call him out in the ambassador chat, and then Larcy was like, "This can be handled in DMs. We don't need to talk about it publicly." I was like, "I sort of think you should talk about it publicly."
No, dude. Yeah, show the receipts so we don't send that same person stuff.
Yeah, this chat is a fucking DM. It's a DM between ambassadors. Like, yeah, it's not like you were shitting on him in front of his community. We're just like in a like private chat for creators only, being like, "Hey, be warned, this guy's a shithead."
Yeah, I mean, it's just like if you're, it's beneficial and to know who's like kind of leeching value from the space. Now, individually, every creator can decide if this is like the cost benefit of sending them stuff is worth it. But I do think having that publicly stated,
It was publicly stated in
yeah.
the chat.
And
that's when Larcy was like, "Let's talk about this privately." But I don't know. Somebody I'd never heard of.
Same.
Like I don't like I know who it is because I read it, but I could not tell you who it is just because like it went on in one ear and out the other. It's somebody I've never heard of that none of us watch any of their shit. So it's probably people you guys don't watch either. I think it might be an ambassador that doesn't speak English. Like they do content not in English. There's a lot of ambassadors in there that I've just never heard of or watched any of their content.
Yeah. It's a big community.
There's a lot of people in that server now. It started out relatively small, but they expanded pretty rapidly.
A little too aggressively for my taste, but
Me too,
I'm
'cause
also
you have people like that in there who are selling.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, that's not who we want in the ambassador program.
Yeah, it makes the rest of the ambassadors like less, like it makes it have less weight to see somebody being an ambassador.
Yeah, like kind of dilutes the term.
Yeah,
you know?
Agreed.
I think there's some drama with Music Mogul too, where like somebody did a YouTube video of a giveaway where they clicked like simulate, or like they didn't click simulate and it like rolled a dice and picked people. So it was like a pre-recorded thing of them like picking the winners, basically. Like, it's not even random. Like, I don't know, do you just give it?
Bro, do you even give away? It's a terrible way to give away.
That's such a weird thing to do, especially if like you're on a list of like ambassadors who's getting free stuff to give to your community, like to try to like just steal the free stuff for yourself or give it to like your friends and stuff. Like what? Like, you don't get, like, it's a decentralized like public blockchain space. You're going to be like printing receipts onto a public ledger that you're doing that shit.
You're just daring people to call you out on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more race and then we'll get into tech talk. If you want to start pulling that stuff up, Max.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the crypto markets. We fucking nailed the range. Like those lines I drew are like perfectly in line with what happened this week.
For this giveaway, we'll give away a White Dragon Promo 5. This is for the White Dragon NFT drop this Saturday. They have some sort of figure drop. I'm definitely going to spend more time snooping what they've been showing, like images and stuff. So I'll show those off closer to the drop. But just to get the word out to promote White Dragon's drop on Saturday. Shout out BDAO. Congratulations,
family.
Shout out to his family. Hi, Marcy, you little sweetie. Yeah. I'll have to show you those Avagachis sometime.
You know, my parents. Oh, sorry, my bad. Exclamation point play. That's the audio cue. My parents mentioned that the other day that like when I was like or all of us were like in elementary school, she remembered like when they were at like PTA meetings for like the elementary school, and all the parents were like taking care of their kids' comic Tamagotchis for them, and they're all like powwowing, like, "How does this shit work? I don't get it." And so it's like a gaggle of parents, like, "I don't know, all of our kids have them. How the hell does this work?"
That's so funny. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I'm way more into it now that it's an NFT.
Yeah, but if it like runs away, does it burn it from your wallet?
Right. Yeah, it's starved. It's like I'm gonna check on it. It's like, oh shit, it's dead.
For Tamagotchis, they weren't all wrestlers, right? Because I had like a wrestler Tamagotchi.
No, yeah, they were a bunch of different things.
They do all kinds of different theming. There was like Pokemon ones and stuff like that. So it's like they like license all kinds of stuff.
The wrestling one was dope. Like you worked out, you'd feed your guy, and then you could sleep. But then you'd also like lift weights, and then you could beef him up, and then you could battle him with like other wrestler Tamagotchis.
Oh, that is pretty dope. anyone in the chat who doesn't know about Tamagotchis, they were like these little keychains. They're like maybe this big that had a tiny screen on them and like 3 buttons. And it was like, you know, a digital pet back in the 90s.
I think
Good
Burst said
times.
he was back midday Wednesday.
Oh, nice. Hey, watch that stream. Hear him vent.
Well, he was going. I don't know if he's done it yet. I haven't paid that much attention. But didn't Lou say that he was gonna do like alternative streaming on another platform?
He was considering doing Theta. I don't know if he's actually going to like dual cast there or not. There's a thing about like if you dual cast, you can't be a Twitch partner. So like they forbid you. Yes.
Oh. I guess it's not a problem if you're not a Twitch partner, but if you're already a Twitch partner, that's kind of weak.
I think Burst is a Twitch partner.
He definitely is.
BDO actually said we should apply for that too, but we have not.
I thought we didn't hit the metrics. There's like certain
You
metrics.
don't have to, they verify every case individually. You don't have to necessarily hit the metrics. Is what BD told me.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Oh.
well that'd be kind of cool.
But we do dual cast, so now we're not. Like, oh, Tune shooting in there.
There we go.
Are you not allowed to do dual casts and be a partner?
Yeah, apparently not.
That's what I just said about Burst not being able to do
Yeah.
dual cast.
Oh,
fearless
I see
stream.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, it didn't quite click in my brain there.
We don't always dual cast, but we do sometimes. So I don't know. I'd have to read more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite full. I think you get like a better payout and like better like ad revenue if it's a partner, but and then
I think you get
How
to add like your own like what is it, like emojis and a bunch of shit too, like within the chat. You get like a bunch of added things like that as a partner, I think.
we're already kind of like Twitch novices as far as all
Yeah.
the features that Twitch has. So I gotta
had
read up on
heard.
like we're an affiliate, but I don't know what all the bells and whistles between affiliate and partner are.
I haven't looked into it just because I thought we didn't qualify until BDAO
Yeah.
sent me a DM and was like, you should apply for being a partner, not just
Yeah.
an affiliate.
I share my screen here too. So since we have a winner,
Well, there's Pet Rock
Yeah.
NFTs. There was Pet Rock NFTs on Ethereum in the early days of NFTs, as in like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think they're still quite pricey.
Pet rocks, baby. There was real pet rocks back in the day too. You could like buy them on eBay, and people did. When it was like you just stick googly eyes to a rock you find in your backyard, and that's the same thing.
On the KY says I think at the Pound Daily, none of this long weekend BS. BDO just said it's based on hour stream. So if you stream for like multiple hours, multiple days a week, you're more likely to get in. Although I assume you're joking that we shouldn't take weekends off.
All right.
Yeah, I still think 5 days a week is pretty frequent compared to a fair bit of streamers. And the fact that we go like 2+ hours, like you said.
Jeff, how was the H3 stream?
Let's go.
I just watched the Ace Fest one yesterday.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into that. We just kind of pivoted into the tech talk stuff. So Max will go over kind of broad
Yeah.
market sentiment, and then we'll dive into where his kind of
Let's
100 wax test investments going. But yeah, as of last week, I don't think we simulcast that one by accident. So
Oh no.
as far as the last iteration of this, Max paired Wax and CMW token, the credit metaverse token on DeFi box, and there's incentivized rewards there, like
Yeah,
to the
so
tune
we've
of like
done that
3,000.
For 5
Percent.
days now.
We did
But we'll
dual
get into
cast
that in a minute.
two of Credit Metaverse, but we did not dual cast the fucking. I labeled last week's Thursday as fucking off the rails Friday. I didn't know what day it was when I woke up.
Nice.
But we also don't usually do stuff on Thursday for Tech Talk, so I was just jumbled because I was like, oh, it's not an interview day, so clearly it's Friday. Like, we always do
Yeah.
interviews on Thursday, but we did not, so I just got jumbled up. But, I mean, you can clip it and re-upload it if you really want to, Mark.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Old
I think
school
it's
style.
still on Twitch here. It won't
I
get
think
deleted
2
yet.
weeks it should be available, and it hasn't been a week yet.
Yeah. For now, let's take a quick look at the crypto market, and it's starting with Ethereum. So I always like to look at Ethereum and Bitcoin, but lately I've been biasing like Ethereum pretty heavily because Ethereum is like the smart contract decentralized finance hub. of everything, and it's a pretty good pulse for the market conditions. Bitcoin is kind of like the overall, it'll do the same, but it's not really as easy to chart for me. I've been nailing it with Ethereum, so let's stick on that. So this week it looks like we stayed straight up within the range that we plotted out already like weeks ago. These two lines here, we climbed up, were rejected by this, so this remains resistance, and we're now dropping and hitting support from last week here around 1060, 1050. So we're at 1044 right now. Let's take a look a little closer on the shorter timelines. Oh wait, before we do that, let's take a look at the other metrics that we really like to pay attention to. The on balance volume here is not making higher highs yet, but is also starting to make some higher lows, at least from here to here. You can see we're kind of both similarly around the same support line here, climbing on that, and then these peaks are starting to become subsequently higher. This is usually a bullish indication, meaning that we expect this type of market trend to result in the market turning upwards. But we're only looking at this is only like 2 weeks. So if we keep zooming out, I would say it's hard to call this a higher high when on balance volume has just been very clearly trending down for many days since we've started, back in February here. It looks like we did get a higher peak here, but followed with a lower low, and then again lower lows, not making these same peaks again, and still kind of falling off here. So while the very short-term picture of this does seem to be making some higher lows and like higher short-term highs, still not like, this definitely looks like it's trending upward a little bit, while this is pretty much trending flat within our range. We're also seeing the Stoch RSI in overbought territory starting to come down. This would, suggest us maybe continuing the sell-off until we get to the bottom of this blue range. So all of those things make me less inclined to pay close attention to this on balance volume as a bull indicator, and kind of basically continue my sentiment still feels short here. Like, I think we're gonna lose support here eventually, and when we do lose this support at 1050, then we make another leg down where we're gonna get to, I'm thinking last time I had this purple line was specifically purple because that's where I closed a lot of short sells that I had going from the start of the sell-off. But I imagine we will make it through this purple line and all the way down into like the 800 range, and beyond that 500 is not out of the question for me still for Ethereum. All of that is more or less informed by the legacy markets macro picture kind of movement. So I'm going to switch to the SPY really quick here, and you can see the SPY, that's the S&P 500 index, which is basically the stock market, like big traditional institution style assets, stuff like Procter and Gamble, like Coca-Cola, like Kellogg's are part of this index. So you can see that's also very clearly making lower lows, lower highs, trending down on the on balance volume, moving downward. And if we zoom out a little further still to the, by the way, also oversold still, or overbought still, looking to move down on the RSI, and definitely not seeing the same kind of like uptrend in the on balance volume here either. So this is just a dim looking picture to me. So I'm thinking we continue to move down with the SPY. I think the latter half of this week we're going to lose the middle B band line here and continue to sell off, and I think that type of a sell off will continue to motivate the crypto markets to follow, which they have been following since about February. So as those continue moving down on the SPY, I expect the Bitcoin and Ethereum markets to be dragged down along with them. And as they're being dragged down, I think the rest of crypto follows. So looking at Wax really quick here, we can see Wax is also recently, it's still kind of like trending down on the daily. We had a little bump here, but weren't really making higher highs on the on-balance volume. We did get kind of back to where we were, but nothing higher here. And then again, lower low which is interesting to see because the price didn't actually go as low as it was when the on-balance volume fell this low. This is still a bearish sentiment. This makes me think Wax is going to lose the B-band line here. We're still above the trend line that I drew out for Wax. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see that trend line a little clearer. So this is the Wax trend line.
Is this Matic?
Oh, you're right. Well, Matic, my bad. Where did Wax go? There it is, Wax. Here we go. So Wax, Matic, I'm short selling is probably why I moved that up. Let me swap this above Matic. So I'll make that mistake again. Okay, good catch. Thanks. Here we go. It looks like Wax recently did have that bump too, like we saw. It looks like. Oh, should I hold off for Stream Raiders?
Let's keep going.
I just heard.
Let's do this in the background.
Okay,
More
I just heard like
means we're doing good.
I heard, the Wilhelm scream. I was like, oh shit. But it looks like even especially right now on the daily, we're getting a daily candle that's looking like it's breaking the middle B-bands line. So, and we're falling below the trend line, which would normally act as support where we would bounce if this is going to be more of a bullish trend moving forward. So I think maybe we'll see Wax sell off a little bit here too in the latter part of this week. Yeah, just watching this trend line, but yeah, you can definitely go above that this blue trend and still be in a bear market. As you see, this is going to keep falling down, and we are still in the super trend short. Support would be right about 12 cents. We'd have to close a day above. But yeah, overall, I would say I'm still expecting these markets to continue to fall, and I feel like that the speed of that sell-off should intensify based on what I'm seeing on the SPY. I think the second half of this week could be more dumps in the works. So with that in mind, let's go back into our investment from last week and see how that's doing. So last week we added some liquidity to CMW Wax using at the time it was 104 Wax that we added because we had made it about 4% since we started with our investment of 100 Wax. So let's come and check on how that's doing now. It looks like the current value of my position in this pool is 98 Wax. So the reason for that is if we started with 104 here, the reason for that would be the price movement since the 5 days we've participated. So right now it looks like it's up 8.8%, but let's see how has it done 5 days ago. So I'm going to set this to 1 day candles, and we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is kind of around here is where we added our liquidity. So we bought into this pool when the price of CMW was higher in terms of Wax. As the price of CMW fell, we came in 1-to-1 Wax CMW, but the price of CMW is higher than it is now. As the price of CMW falls, the Wax in the pool is sold to buy more CMW to keep the price 1-to-1. So that's why we're now seeing here the total value is 98 when it should be 104. But the whole time that we were participating in this pool, we were doing this because we knew there's an incentive, 772% APR currently. That's massive. So that should help us outpace what is considered impermanent loss of, or what I like to rather refer to as decay loss of what we've experienced here, where you can see we've lost like, okay, so 8, that would be 4, 5, 6. We lost 6 Wax because of the movement of one of the assets in this pair. But now we're going to come up here, go to the mining tab, and take a look at what we earned from participating here. Hey, come on. Oh, my scroll wheel is... There it is. Okay, it looks like we made 8.04 CMWs. So let's claim that. And we saw it's currently worth 3.5 Wax. So this is going to dramatically outpace our loss. So sign this. There we go. Success. And now I can come up to the swap I have 8.04, and if I trade that, that's 28 wax. So that's gonna, with the 6 wax that we've lost, that puts us at a 22 wax net positive. This is about a 21% profit in 5 days. So I'm gonna realize this into wax by swapping my yield. And now if I come back here, you can see I have the wax, I have my position still, and my total value of the wallet is now 127. So we've effectively turned our 100 wax into 127 wax, or 104 wax into 127 wax over the last 5 days by doing this liquidity mining strategy. So now the question is, what do we want to do to continue? Do we want to compound by adding this wax back into this so that we're earning, the same yield for this coming week? Or do we want to hedge and keep this wax either as wax or as a different position that is hedged against the potential further decline in price of CMW token? So let's be a little more risk adverse, even though realistically, if I only had 100 wax, I would probably just keep compounding, because that's the way you would maximize the return and the profit from this, assuming that the price of CMW remains constant or climbs. And again, I like the team behind CMW. I like the tokenomics model, and I think this is an opportunity that should remain lucrative for at least like 3 to 6 months because of the distribution model of the token. Lucrative, not meaning the price of CMW should stay the same. As more tokens are minted and people do what I've just demonstrated here and collect their yield into wax, we should expect the price of CMW token to fall as the liquidity depth in the pool stays more or less constant, because wax is being removed, but CMW tokens will be added to the side. So if we stay in this pool, I expect the value overall of wax should continue to fall a little bit steadily in terms of wax. But if we then look here on the swap page and go to liquidity, and we see what is our position, God, fuck the scroll wheel. What does our position consist of? You can see we have 14.0.
You can call Max the landscaper because he likes to hedge.
So you can see here we have we started with 51 point whatever wax, and now we have 49 wax, and you can see we started with 13 of the CMW, and now we have 14 of those. So what I expect to see with this position, if we hold it, which I think let's hold this position for another week. So as we hold it for another week, I expect we'll see more CMW and a little less wax in here by this time next week. But the amount of wax that we'll be mining through the liquidity mining process should offset that loss and even help to outperform that loss in terms of a profitable yield. Like this week, if we were to end this position entirely and exit straight into wax, we have about a 27% profit at this point. I think
for a week, that ain't bad.
That's fantastic. Like,
although
that's unreasonable
like
to expect that type of return. This is like 3% per day or something ridiculous.
Could you go into, so like as of last week when you first went into this pool, the pair was incentivized 3,000%. Can you just maybe explain why the percentage yield is less, is now 1,700, almost half that?
Yes, so I can explain that. So the reason that that's happening is if we look here at the market, when we went into this pool last week, this amount of total liquidity, so the value bilaterally, so of the wax and of the CMW supplied to this pool, that total value was about 100,000. Or I think when we started at 31 or 32,000 or 3,200%, the total supplied liquidity to this pool was about 80,000 wax. So now the total supplied liquidity to this pool is almost 3 times that, and the amount of tokens being distributed to the pool is the one getting the reward, not like the amount of money in the pool, just the pool. And now that the pool is 3 times deeper, they're sharing the same amount of tokens that they were sharing when it was 3 times less value. So the APR percentage is dramatically lower. So again, we should expect to see the value of CMW either remain constant or kind of flow down as this pool deepens, and this APY should continue to fall. I would expect to see this under 1,000 within a month, like no question. Like these yields are huge. Like we're seeing, we made 20% in 5 days. It's not even been a week because we did this on Thursday last week.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
So the fact that you can, I'm currently making that in 5 days. That means it'll take me like 20 days to double my money. So obviously that opportunity drives participation, and that participation depletes the opportunity.
Look at the 24-hour swap.
Yeah.
It's like one of the highest. If you search by swap, I think it's the second highest pair besides.
So we can check by volume. It's the highest pair by volume.
Or the highest.
44,000 wax being traded out of here or through this pool every day. That's in and out, obviously. But again, the more conservative approach to such a strategy is definitely doing what we've done so far and realizing your yield into either wax or wax and some other base currency. So I think what we should do next is kind of a hedge approach, because we were looking at wax and we're thinking like, okay, we have, big downward movement here in the unbalanced volume. Obviously the unbalanced volume for this is now based on Qcoin's order book exclusively. So we'd want to check that on other order books as well.
Oh, baby.
You good. I expect, we are in the same range that we've been plotting out here between like 12 cents and 8 cents in wax. I expect we could move up again to maybe 12, but then eventually I do want to follow this trend line down to 8. And it's possible we move further down, but I think 8 cents is a great price for wax. And right now we're almost 20% above that. I'm not sure how I feel about I feel that crypto and equity markets in general should be moving down further in this week, especially the latter half of this week. I think there's also the next inflation report coming out on Wednesday. I think it's either this week Wednesday or next week Wednesday. But yeah, it's coming out. So this week there's a lot of reasonable sell pressure across the entire equity markets as the world moves into recession.
Is there a Fed meeting on interest rates?
I think that meeting comes to an end on Wednesday, right?
Oh, so it's both. I guess it's all lumped in the same thing.
No, I think there's two such events this month.
Okay.
One is definitely the inflation thing, and the other one I think is the Fed's.
I wasn't sure how close they were, but obviously one will influence the other.
Yeah. I think the first one is definitely going to have the bigger impact on the market in general, because the first one will give investors a sense of what the second one will hold.
Yeah, I mean, a good rule of thumb, obviously not financial advice, but a good rule of thumb is not trying to buy the news, and don't, because that's such a subjective quality to trying to anticipate markets. But these major Fed meetings to talk about the state of the economy, particularly given the state of the world right now, is quite in flux with all of the pressures that we all know.
Yeah.
But it will have a pretty interesting effect on market sentiment from the major players, at least on traditional markets.
Yeah. Also,
I wouldn't try and trade against that, but it is going to clearly show a market sentiment as a reaction.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of there's definitely a lot of macro picture things happening right now that suggests a sell-off is more likely than a pump, in my opinion. But let's it's obviously opinion. It's based on informed kind of by a little bit of experience, a little bit of magic tea leaf reading, a little bit of hopium, and just a little bit of degen gambling spirit here. But let's take that.
That's a recipe for
and our goal. Let's take that sentiment and apply it to what our goal is. So our goal here is to make more wax, not more money, not more dollars, but more wax. So I think that wax possibly will move down to 8 cents again from where it is now. And in that spirit, I'm gonna participate in a wax US dollar liquidity pair. That way, as wax falls in value, the US dollars will be sold to buy me more wax. And that's what I want. So I'm going to go to swap. And actually, let's go to markets and take a look at what the value of US dollar token is on here. I'm going to do this scroll wheel thing. Here we go. So right now, 10.85 wax per USDT. And I can check on Alcor as well to see if there's a better deal.
Maybe this is a point for a quick disclaimer on the risks associated with bridge tokens or wrap tokens.
Great idea. So what we're trading here, if I'm looking for wax USDT, this token is a bridged asset of USDT, which is a stablecoin issued on the Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and I think one other. Like, it has like 3 native chains, and then any other side chain where you can trade USDT, like Wax or like Harmony or like any of these like layer 2s. What you're actually trading on those chains is a tokenized version of a basically IOU, the real token on the real blockchain. So what this USDT token is, oh, here it's 10.9 by the way, so it's cheaper on the other side. So what this USDT token is like a wax token that represents a token on the Ethereum blockchain. If you have this token, you can come into your cloud wallet, and then you can come to this wax bridge. You could sign into your Ethereum wallet with MetaMask. You got to punch your numbers in. And once you're connected here, you can scroll down and there's a token bridge. Here you can see all these wax assets. So you can do wax Bitcoin, wax Ethereum, wax USDC, wax DAI. The only reason I'm using wax USDT is because that's the token with the deepest liquidity on the wax exchanges. I'm not physically bridging these tokens into the network. I'm buying them from the DeFi box or from Alcor. So I need to buy them where I can get the best deal, you know, basically what they're actually worth. Otherwise, I would have to bring them in from outside of Wax because there's no other way to get these tokens in. But if I have a balance of the tokens, I can come here and convert either from Ethereum. I can convert them to USD on Ethereum. So if I have my like balance in my wallet, I could be like, okay, give me 100 tokens or 10, and then I could send them here, and then I would have to sign the transaction from my Ethereum wallet, and I would receive the 10 USDT on Ethereum. Those assets that exist on Ethereum, there's a wallet that holds all of the tokens that are USDT on Wax. There's a counterpart to them on Ethereum. The reason why the value is on the token Wax USDT at all is because this counterpart on Ethereum exists, and you'll be able to move your tokens through this bridge into the counterpart that's waiting for it. That counterpart could be lost or hacked or exploited, like we've seen multiple times in the recent history, most notably the Horizon Harmony bridge, where the counterpart of the Wax of the Ethereum side, all those assets were stolen, and now all of the USDT, like Wax USDT, would be completely worthless because you wouldn't be able to turn it into actual USDT. So
in reality, you guys got scammed.
So the disclaimer here is when you're using assets that are bridge assets, or understand that you're using an IOU token, and that the IOU is only as good as the security as the centralized point of failure where you go to redeem that IOU. So be very aware of that, and maybe don't put your life savings into bridged assets whose bridges, you know, maybe are questionably secure.
Yeah, I mean the sum up is like
way.
your wrapped tokens. So like Wax USDT is only as stable as the security of the bridge that holds the counterpart asset. So it only holds value insofar as its counterpart holds value, and the risk that you take for that value is only as strong as the smart contract that holds the counterpart back tokens. And so the argument for why, you know, a lot of like Bitcoin maximalists really hate bridges or wrap tokens, because of the fact that there's a one major point of failure. And if you're a hacker, these like smart contract bridges are a huge honeypot to target. And so when there's this huge just vault of tokens sitting in this one place because it has to for the counterpart, it puts a major target on that back. And so in that way, you're taking on undue risk. And so that risk benefit is one that you have to assess yourself. But as Max said, that's why wrap tokens generally it would be smart to try and make sure that you're not putting exorbitant sums of money that you're not willing to put at risk in that way.
Yeah, just understand that when you use a wrapped asset, you're in charge of the custody and the security of the wrapped asset, but somebody else is in charge of this custody and security of the backing to that asset. So if that other party fails, then you might be exposed to loss that's not inherently your fault or under your control. So just be aware that this risk exists. But yeah, so we're checking between these two pools. I'm going to swap half of my position into dollars. So I'm going to do a transaction here and do it on DeFi Box because it's a slightly better deal.
So you're taking your profits from the CMW pair and hedging as you go into Wax USDC?
Yeah, I was initially just going into Wax, and now I'm going to do Wax 50-50 Wax USDT, and put both of these into the liquidity pool as well, so that I can, if the price of Wax continues to fall, great, I will keep earning more Wax because that's the goal for this wallet. So right now we're at 127 still. So I got to go to the swap here, click on the liquidity tab, and you can see here the details. It's not being incentivized. It's only earning 1.1% in fees. This is actually auto compounded, so you don't have to claim anything. So it's about 1.11% APY. That changes as volume changes. So if, for example, if the rumor of Wax starting their own centralized exchange for like Wax tokens becomes true, and that becomes an on-ramp for people to actually onboard, Wax USDT and these types of assets into the Wax ecosystem, and then the trading increases dramatically, this APY can also increase. It's very fluctuatable, or it's very fluid, basically. But I'm going to choose those two assets, say add liquidity, and then see if I have enough, or on which side I have enough. So it looks like I'd have to go this way, right? 6.2, yeah. So this one, so it won't go overdrawn, and then I can say supply liquidity, sign that transaction as well. And now I can come back up to my dashboard, and I should see I have basically the same position I had before, but now it's both represented in liquidity positions, and this was 29 Wax now. This is 98, so we'll see how this looks in a week, and if we've succeeded at earning further Wax. Now, by this time next week, we should still have a substantial amount of claimable assets that we can continue to add to this position. But let's see how we do, and then let's see really quick how we've done since we've already claimed. We claimed very recently. Let's see, what's the that we already made 0.017 more just while we were talking from our 100 Wax, and that is, let's see.
Wow.
Oh, Max, I'm joining you on a ZOS run.
Oh, hell yeah.
I see you in there.
Yeah, that's almost 0.06 Wax already, just while it's sitting here doing, whatever, chatting, doing whatever you want, play your video games and stuff, and then you can always come back a week later and claim everything all at once, which is nice. But again, we're expecting to see this value kind of fall, this value hopefully climb as Wax falls, so in terms of Wax, and then the yield from having this position outpace the rate of this being depleted. The goal will be to bring this value to 100 Wax. At that point, we'll have pulled our principal entirely out of this first strategy while still participating in the strategy entirely. That's That's the
Oh,
idea
dang.
behind this.
Great.
That's the idea behind this, like investing.
It's a big ass raid.
Bring 'em.
105 people.
Heyo.
Let's do a giveaway.
Yeah, that's a good spot to like, dive into some giveaways.
When did this turn into beautiful world?
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Well, here we'll log this question, Max. Before we go deep in it here, but I don't quite understand why you want to create an LP position rather than just holding USDT. If you think Wax is going to fall and you want to maximize Wax value, wouldn't that also suffer from impermanent loss?
Yes. So that's a good question. You're right. If I'm correct and Wax does fall,
Let me
then
just shout out this giveaway before we get. That's going to be a long answer. I can tell.
yeah, you're right. It's like I can already tell.
We are going
Yeah.
to give away a Neon Sune. Shout out to Valor and Vellum, creator of Sune figure. We interviewed her on Saturday.
Oh fuck! How do I get
And
one?
she
of these?
drew that live. Yeah, I'm just amazed that she drew that live, like right before she came on.
Yeah, she drew this on her own stream. I believe she draws on Fridays, right? Is it Friday or Saturday? You do your own drawings and then you give them away on your stream. So, shout out Valor and Vellum.
Other than this giveaway, how can I get one of these?
That's the only way you can get this.
Oh fuck! I guess I'll buy this from someone.
There's only 30 of them, and I think she might have some of them too. But she sent like a good portion of them to our wallet. I'm supposed to give one to you guys too. Yeah, we have mint.
I really want one of these.
Yeah, and we gave away the physical as a giveaway during the interview, which I thought was pretty cool. I think Mono Suerte's in the chat. I think they
I
won.
swear they got it. Yeah.
He also got mint one of it.
Oh, that's badass. I like
So
that
I
a
think,
lot.
like she might have 11 mints to give away, and then we get a mint each for our team. So we'll get 3, 4, and 6.
Oh, hell.
Give away the
Oh,
rest.
sweet, yeah.
And they
Thank
should
you.
be-
I'm excited about that. That's a cool piece.
It's a
Man,
brand
she-
new NFT, so probably is not currently stakeable in Wombat, but the Sune collection is stakeable in Wombat Dungeon, so probably at the next update this will be stakeable if you're interested in that. But yeah, we'll give one of these away.
Man, shout out Ham Crusher for the follow. I gotta say, that's probably top 5 best Twitch username I've seen.
Ham Crusher.
Ham Crusher.
Exclamation point play if you want to join the giveaway. And while we do this 3-lap race, Max will serenade us with the chat on a permanent loss and Wax versus DT.
Yeah, for context, we do Tech Talks on Tuesday.
Yeah, we were in the middle of a tech talk when you guys rated. We were starting a giveaway, but we're wrapping up. Somebody had a question about why Max turned. He made Wax. He's trying to get more Wax, but he turned half of his Wax into USDT and paired it and put it into an LP. And the question is, why would you do that?
Yes. Hold on. Let me finish smoking this.
There's a key secret to Max's trading acumen and knowledge is marijuana. Really stimulates.
Smoke weed every day.
Right on cue.
Feeling
Right on
good. Okay.
Thank you for that.
Yes. So first of all, yes, you're right when you say that. Wouldn't it be better at maximizing Wax profits if you turn it all into USDT if the price of Wax goes down? Yes, absolutely. If the price of Wax goes down, and I buy it right now, here's the price of Wax. If the price, and I buy it all into USDT, price of Wax goes down, my USDT buys me this much more Wax. Great. I love that. That's absolutely how you would maximize profits. But if the price of Wax goes up, now I lose this difference basically, right? Now the same equation of looking at this like loss and gain in Wax, if I add both of them into a liquidity position and then Wax goes down, my USDT is sold to buy more Wax on the way down to keep that level 1-to-1. So while Wax goes down to here, and if I had just kept the USDT, I now have this much in profit basically. If the same position is LP instead, Wax goes down to here, I sell off to here to buy back in on an average price on the way down. So because what I'm doing is intended to be more passive, and I'm not trying to actively sell or buy the wax back on the moment when it does, dump, and like I'm expecting to see kind of aggressive movements in the second half of this week possibly. And again, I won't be able to capitalize on those movements because I only do trades on this wallet while we're live on air. I'm going to opt for going into the liquidity pool so that I can capture that movement down. And if there's a correction, I can capture the movement back up and basically average trades for me automatically by being in the liquidity pool. And if I'm wrong and the price of wax climbs, the amount of climbing versus the amount of like wax gets sold into dollars, it keeps me from losing as hard. So it's basically like, yes, you're right, I would maximize profits, but I'm also maximizing losses on the incorrect assumption, and if wax continues to climb. So this way I feel like it's a little bit more mitigated, the approach, and it's a lot more automated, which is kind of the goal here.
So the approach is designed with the context that he's trying to make this a passive strategy is why he made that choice. And then I guess in theory you're trying to like straddle the market a little bit, that you don't know based on like the charts that we were looking at, like overall there's a bearish sentiment, but there'll be volatility in between. And so exposing yourself to both sides of the risk of both of wax going up or wax going down, and the paired value of the USDT, that you could be exposed to both sides of that volatility in a way that is balanced without having to pick the right side, I guess. If I Max, correct me if that sounds like.
That's basically it. It's like it's a little bit more of a even more of a hedge approach, where it's like I'm not sure it'll drop, but if it does, I'm ready to capture it with this position. If it doesn't, great. Like I'm not 100% out of wax, and I'm able to capture the rising wax cost value into like USDT anyway. And the honest like thing is, I don't mind ending up on either side of that liquidity pair. Whereas something like CMW, I like the team and I like the tokenomic pitch and stuff behind it, but personally I'm not using a lending platform at the moment to lend out my NFTs, and I'm not using any utility thing that CMW offers at the moment. So I would be less acceptable or agreeable to the fact of like CMW outpacing my wax dramatically, and I end up with like very little wax and a lot of CMW. So again, I feel a lot more confident placing a liquidity position into wax USDT and wax, because I honestly don't mind ending up on either side of that equation.
I mean, it's similar to like straddles and options, where like you're not sure if it's going to go up or down, but there's going to be volatility. So in that way, I don't have to guess the right direction. I just know that there's going to be a lot of price action either way, which is a decent read of kind of the nature of the crypto and broader financial markets right now.
If anybody wants to hop into this Stream Raiders, the link is here. It's just a fun non-NFT game we play for a way for us to play games with the viewers. Congrats to the Pop Paragon for winning our giveaway. Oops, wrong one. If you have not already, you can just fill out this form for us if you haven't already. This is our form. If you win, you only have to fill it out once. So if you've been on previous streams, you're fine. But I know Sully just raided and we have a bunch of new people. So if you're new, you can fill out our form and then you're good for all future streams. So if you win a prize, we will send them to you after the stream. And thanks for joining, everybody. Did Sully do some Funko rips to the Nerds Unite friends? Did you guys do some Funko pack openings over on Sully's stream? The set wax command does not work for us. Color us, you must fill out this form.
We're very primitive here at Neon Space.
Damn.
It's the 80s.
Got that streamer luck. Did anybody in the audience, did you all open Funko packs too? Did any of you get lucky and get some redeemables? We didn't go into this drop. We missed it, but I've gotten some previous ones. I got my Iron Maiden one lives next to me. I just wasn't the biggest fan of the Jetsons, so like most of the redeemables weren't like super desirable for me, but
Flintstones would have had me up early.
Valor and Vellum said my packs were so bad I bought legendaries in the secondary market. I think Yamster
Yeah.
also said he got some pretty bad packs that we saw. And also, since Max was talking about it, let's give away a credit metaverse card. CMW
yeah.
token that he was explaining prior to
I could give you a quick overview of what this card is too. So the CMW token that we're currently involved in liquidity mining is distributed through liquidity mining and through holding NFTs. This is one of those NFTs. So if you have this in your wallet, you'll automatically be dropped CMW every day. So the other thing is you can just, if you win this NFT, you can just burn it. And then if you burn it, you'll receive 75% of all the CMW you would have otherwise received over time. And I think these mint for 1 month, right, till the end of July.
Yeah, you can go to the Credit Metaverse website, and there's a burn tab, and then you can claim the tokens. But the best place, if you don't really care about CMW, to sell the tokens is DeFi Box. That's where the liquidity lives. But if you are interested in participating in like a passive yield farm, if you pair some wax with the tokens, the APY is really high right now. But yeah, if you want to learn more about that, maybe just rewind and watch our video from earlier.
Yeah. I'll just show off the overview of what our position currently is after this race.
Sure.
And then you can see how it's.
And Max made like not financial advice, but he put 100 wax into the pool last week, and it's
5 days ago.
like 5 days ago, it made like 22 wax in 5 days. So it's a very high yield pool right now if you are interested in like DeFi and yield farming stuff. But it's also a pretty high risk asset because it's brand new. So we definitely don't recommend jumping in with like a ton of money you don't feel comfortable losing. But if you're interested in that sort of degen play, then you go for it.
I don't think
it airdrops it to you automatically. I think you only have to claim the tokens if you burn the card.
And it has like a set time frame where it mines the token. So I think it goes for like a month.
Until August 1st. July 31st, I believe, is the last day.
And so it linearly
you should just be having a CMW in your wallet at this point if you have a card.
So I think it airdrops linearly, but I don't know how frequently it
I think it's every day.
Ticks. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's once a day. Yeah.
We have some in the giveaway wallet, so we'll also just give away those tokens once we've given away the cards. Since we have cards sitting there, we're getting the yield.
Yeah.
Or you could you could give those tokens away through liquidity mining incentives for neon mining.
I guess, yeah.
Or like turn them into neon and do it that way.
I think we should just give it away.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the more. Yeah, I agree. That'd be just give them away as part of the giveaway. That was the spirit.
People give us stuff to give it away. We don't sell it and then give away the wax. We give the stuff away.
Yeah.
Well, Paka made me a tool for the LP distribution, which is really nice. So
it looks super cool too.
Shout out Rapaka.
It looks very like neon aesthetic too. Like
yeah, I know, that's funny. Yeah, you even made it all look like really visually cool, even though it's basically a tool for me to do something behind the scenes.
Yeah, it looks great.
Did you show a picture of it? I didn't see it.
Oh, here, yeah. So we do LP incentives as well, like manually, not through like DeFi Box, but or I guess the liquidity lives on DeFi Box, where we give additional neon rewards through our own rewards mechanism. And so I do that more or less manually by just seeing who's in the pool, what percentage of the pool, and then we have a budget each week of a set amount of wax that we sell into neon and then distribute that to the LP providers. So it is a relatively manual process. So one of our community members made like this tool for me to kind of speed it up, which is really cool.
It's really fucking cool.
So I think it automatically like pulls the Oracle from DeFi Box, shows how many LP tokens on which wallets, and then the share, and then it lets me input the amount of neon I'm going to distribute, and then automatically like does it.
Are you Pocket didn't just program it to say that he gets all the rewards?
Well, I'm not sure about that. There is a certain level of trust here.
That'd be hilarious.
If he wasn't such a long time, member contributor of our community, I'd be a little more skeptical on the potential points of failure here.
No, I definitely trust him. He said he could get me one of those magic things from San Diego Comic-Con, which I'd be like, if I have to reach out to him about that still, but I'll be like, yeah, I mean, they usually sell for $120, so I would front you $120, so I wouldn't expect you to do that for me. So I imagine I would trust him with at least 120 of my dollars. I'd trust that he'd hook me up with a Magic the Gathering thing.
You're talking about Yamster or Wapaka?
Oh yeah, no,
It
yeah,
is
that's
Yamster.
Those are
That's
different people.
Real quick, so let's see. So I've had that card. This is the CMW stuff in my wallet for a week, and I haven't been dropped any CMW.
It should be dropping, but if not, maybe you have to claim it on the website. I can show you where to claim it on the website.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not sure. I don't actually have any of those cards myself. I bought all my
But in our
CMW.
give.neon wallet, it just showed up in the wallet. Like I checked, and it's airdropping it automatically.
$120. Yeah, we'll beat him up. But it's always like, yeah, that thing
There's
looks great.
Wapaka,
Wapaka.
Shout
Yeah, it
out
looks
to
fucking
Couch's
awesome.
family. Yeah, so here's the tool. So I think he just wants to provide tools on Wax, and I want to say that he's been working on some stuff for Immersus as well to kind of contribute to that and contribute to the space. But effectively, I mean,
I love that it's
Looks
flickering
pretty
too.
sick,
Like it
I
has
gotta
the neon
say, like,
flicker and shit, dude.
just aesthetically, I'm enjoying myself
Nailed it.
while I'm doing this manual process here.
Let's
So,
go.
but effectively, like this is copying the spreadsheet that I've put together and made it much more efficient, and then basically makes the send, because I have to manually send to close to 30 wallets once a week. So this is automatically taking all the box positions. It even has an ability to blacklist wallets, like Yield Farming, for example, is Max's wallet, and Yield Farmers is mine. Fanatics is Lou. So we exclude ourselves from the rewards. So it even has like a blacklist mechanism, so it doesn't send it to those blacklisted wallets. So
Shout out to Wapaka's
Really?
Shout
family.
out to his family.
So anyway, yeah, it looks really dope, and it certainly fits the Neon Space 5 very well.
Yeah, really nailed it. Oh, here I'll show really quick that our overall position looks like now. So this is the wallet. If you go to my on DeFi Box, it just shows you like your overview. And right now we have about 98 wax left. This was 104 last Thursday. And then we got this about 30 wax now that we've earned. And you can see what we're doing here is supplying liquidity to CMW Wax liquidity pool LP is that, and then this one is Wax USDT. And the reason we're doing the CMW pool is here. If we go to markets, you can see it is incentivized to the tune of 1,730% APR, which you can see here. If you go to the liquidity, the swap tab, click on liquidity, set these two assets, and then check the details button. You can see 15% of this yield is actually coming from trading volume in this pool, so that's pretty substantial as well. But 1,714 of the 1,730 is coming directly from CMW mining rewards. What that means is as soon as you say add liquidity, supply some tokens to this, and sign this transaction, you'll receive into your wallet these Box NR tokens, which represent that liquidity and can similarly be removed. If you go to liquidity and then you see your position down here, you just say reduce liquidity, and you can remove them in the same fashion by simply confirming this transaction. But once you have this Box NR token in your wallet, it automatically starts earning that cut of its yield of that 1,740%. And the way you claim it is up here on the 3 bars. Click on the mining and then scroll all the way down to the bottom where CMW rewards are, and you'll see here they're just adding up in real time. So we claimed them maybe like half an hour ago, and there's already more of them ready to claim. But when we claimed them, it was like 8 CMW or something in 5 days off of 100 wax, which ends up being like close to 30 wax. So we're going to continue to do that for this week and then see how that holds up.
So for
our
Biospot,
goal-
who won the card, if you wanted to try to participate in this, an easy way to do it without any risk at all really would be burn the card, claim the CMW immediately, sell 50% of the CMW, and just pair that. That way you don't have to expose any of your own wax.
Yes.
You can just expose the wax from this prize, and you can jump it in immediately. And the yield you earn from that might actually be higher than like you burn into 75%, but that 25% you might make back in the yield farming in the amount of time you would have gotten the other stuff. Or you can just hold it and wait for it to airdrop 100% and sell it as you get it. Or you can just sell the card for wax and not participate at all. It's your choice because you won.
Exactly. At this rate, if you do the math, you'll make back that 25% of your initial investment. If this all stays consistent at the rate it's at right now, it would take about 5 days. So burning it and participating in the liquidity pool is definitely a more lucrative approach than just holding the card and letting it pay out over time.
This is for least comic standing. You said you didn't have any. There is a claim your balance thing. I pasted this one. creditmetaverse.io/investment, and there's a claim button, so maybe your balance is sitting in a claim, but if it's not airdropped to you, I think it should be there. And I think when you burn it, this is also where you get it. And this is also where you burn your stuff. There's a thing where it's like burn your thing, and then I think after it's burned, then you can claim it. So if you're trying to do that, that would be the link.
Yeah.
And we have another one of these. Let's just give it away since I feel like the longer we hold it, the less value people are getting out of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a time limit on them, and so they like release these in batches, and then the mining period is from a particular date to another date, typically like a month, and then the higher rarity ones for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, so the math works out so that if
here we go, they aren't airdropped, you need to claim. That's weird that we have CMW tokens in the.
Yeah, that's weird because I haven't claimed at all from our giveaway wallet, and they were just airdropped. So maybe I'll have to check and then claim. Maybe I have more to claim from our giveaway wallet.
Oh.
And we will also give those away. So maybe like after we give away the last card, I'll just do a giveaway of all the CMW.
I wonder if you don't claim them and then send it to a winner, if they retain the balance or if the balance gets reset per wallet basis. In that case. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Also, maybe they just sent us some to give away. I don't know where the tokens came from.
Yeah, that could be it, actually.
Okay, so you do have to claim it. Okay, well, that's...
But yeah, we did do... it's on YouTube, our YouTube channel, the interview we did with Credit Metaverse, so...
I see.
Also, if anybody wants a more in-depth breakdown of how that investment worked, Max did a long segment before the raid. Our video on demand goes up after we end the stream, and you'll be able to, if you want, just rewatch it. And you can. It's about 30 minutes in. We shot the shit for 30 minutes, so skip 30 minutes, then the tech talk starts.
And then on Thursday,
that was some
last
good
week,
shit shooting, though. I gotta say, I mean, that's 30 minutes of gold content.
And then last Thursday's video, if you want to check that out too, that I did a really like in-depth reason as to why I felt comfortable throwing some like value at that as a strategy at all, and how the tokenomics of CMW break down, and the unique opportunity for extended liquidity mining produced by them destroying all of their Genesis assets. They literally burned like 40% of the circulating supply of CMW right out the gate because their initial sale didn't do well. So that created this unique opportunity, and I kind of detail the opportunity on Thursday's stream, if you're interested in that kind of shit.
Hand Pressure earlier asked us if we had... Sorry, I forgot about your question, but you asked about Skunky Chunks. I saw Skunky Chunks mainly just because like Sasha from Wombat was featuring them, but I honestly don't know much about the collection. I think your face, or I mean your profile picture might be a Skunky Chunk. Shout out Skunky Chunks, know nothing about it, but you know. It is what it is.
Skunky Chunks. Skunky Chunks is a pretty good screen name.
The Wax Collection.
Yeah,
later, Valor and Vellum. We appreciate you leaving us on for the view.
Oh, I love that artwork too. I'm so stoked to add that to my collection.
Oh yeah, didn't you buy a taco venue, Max?
I did, but I sold it for double what I paid for it.
Oh well, dang! Look at you.
Yeah, I mean in wax, not in dollars, but yeah.
Sure.
I just wasn't like sure what to do with it, so it's just like, I don't know, it's just sitting here and it doubled in value. I might as well just take the wax.
I mean, it is relatively active to do that to a certain degree. So
I mean, I like what Taco does, but like, it seems like a lot of it is like automating things that I already feel like there's free automations for. Like NF.tools does all that stuff, so it's like adding a paywall to NF.tools is kind of my like initial impression of it. I know they
well,
do a
yeah,
lot
at
more
least for
than
games
now.
that you play, I think there's
Yeah.
more options as far as claiming on the Taco app. But as far
Yeah,
as
for
like
sure.
what is useful for you, I think NF Tools covers most of them for like Our Planet and Nova Rally and that sort of jazz.
Yeah,
I think they have a Coin
Pirates
Pirates one
Yep.
on Taco.
They do. Coin Pirates has a similar thing to our liquidity pool rewards, where you can stake the stuff to their like staking pool, like a minute before they give the rewards, and then unstake it and use it for like 8 hours straight in game, and then just restake it again like right before the rewards come.
Oh, interesting.
So like if I'm playing Coin Pirates actively, I'll like unstake everything and equip my guy, because you can't beat other captain ships unless you have like gunpowder barrels and all this extra shit. Because like they'll fuck me up, dude. Puppet is good as shit, and then there's like Livis, like Elvis, but with a starting with an L, Elvis, like Elvis. He fucks me up too. Like I just get wrecked by the other captains.
That's why I stay as just a lowly deckhand. I just grind out my mines. Everyone leaves me alone. You know, I'm just some beat up old ship that flies under the radar.
Some of those captains get sweaty, dude. Like I was going up the coast, and like there was another captain ship I was driving past, and he was mining, and I couldn't attack him because he was actively mining. And then right when I drove past him, he fucking attacked me. He
stopped mining.
Yeah,
real
he
quick
canceled
and
his
then
mining and attacked me, and
that's
caught me off
hilarious.
guard. But like I got a few good hits in, but he fucking finished me. And then Puppet came in and fucking finished him because I took him to like half health. And I was like, you bitches. But I also think like Puppet and Levis like have like an alliance. Like they fucking, I need another captain ship out there to like coast with, so I can like.
Well, the
roll
guild
on these
stuff I think is on the roadmap. So you know, eventually we'll just have our Neon Pirate Guild.
Yeah, I've been spending an absurd amount of like CPR token to like level my shit up. The captain ship costs like 20,000 to level up, and I leveled it up like to level 4 already. So it's like, it's a crazy amount.
On a pivot, talking about games, Lou, do you know what the date is for when they're estimating when Brawl will run out, the mining phase?
It's
End of the
dropping pretty
month,
good.
basically.
Okay, so this is a few weeks. I wasn't quite sure. I know there's some serious like stats guys in the blockchain brawlers Discord. There's people that get pretty sweaty on doing all the math on these things.
Speculative though, because like the brawl is boosted by buying gear, and people think they're going to stop buying gear in the last couple of weeks because you won't be able to use all your gear until brawling's over, so you'll be wasting on the gear yield.
Oh, so it'll slow down.
But we don't know because people might just keep buying gear and then mine that bitch till it's gone. So, you know, it's speculative based on whether or not people, and also people keep crafting brawlers. If people keep crafting brawlers, it'll exponentially finish quicker. But the idea is you'll less likely to be able to get your return on investment if you craft a brawler in the last week. So people think the brawler crafting is going to slow down as well. But again, there's a lot of speculation involved. It's not
and then everyone's trying to react to what they think other people are going to do, and then that kind of throws some extra variables in the mix. Okay, so with an asterisk,
15 days, huh?
15 days, but you know,
Few
with
weeks.
other pressures possibly affecting it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just trying to grind out, and I think I can get a Naughty Scotty like right before the mining phase ends. So
Nice.
I think I can pull it off. I just want to be able to play the PvP with not like the base brawler. So I think I can barely get there.
You gotta set your Desmond like clock so that you can just wake up every 108 minutes.
Okay.
And,
Oh yeah, it took me a
and
second.
go
there.
brawl.
All right, let's do one last giveaway before we wrap the stream up.
Yeah, that was the joke that I did for the Click Farm lore text.
Yeah.
Was I was playing
That's
around
what
with
I was thinking
that.
The clock has started.
Let's send one more of these Hot Wheels packs that we were sent. Shout out Hot Wheels. Shout out the Wax team for hooking this up. We are Wax Gold Ambassadors, so we get some free stuff to give away to our community. The Hot Wheels Series 3 pack was on sale
Yeah, this
today.
dropped today, I think, right?
This includes 7 digital collectibles, and it has a chance for like physical redeemable Hot Wheels, which are pretty desirable. I wonder. Let's check it out. Let's see what they're selling for right now.
How's
On the market. Series 3. I think
The
NFT is
redeemables.
redeemable. So this one sells for like 2,000 wax cheapest.
Oh damn.
And then the showroom, I think these are redeemable as well. No, not redeemable. Shows how much I know. This is redeemable. So you can get a redeemable for like 250 wax right now.
Oh, that's not actually that bad.
And also, it's not exclamation
Yeah.
point playtime yet, y'all, but we do not send prizes to people caught multi-accounting. I use EOS Authority and Wax Detective. If you're found sending wax to other wallets entering your races, we assume you're multi-accounting and we flag you and ban you. You can appeal that, but yeah, just be warned if you're entering on multi-accounts, I'm going to give you hell for it. And if
Also,
you have
if
zero
you're-
wax purchase, you don't buy NFTs, and it says you don't buy NFTs on your wallet, you will also be disqualified and banned. So you have to be an NFT collector and actually support creators. These NFTs are for people that support the wax community. It's not for people that just leech and sell stuff. If you do that, all the power to you. Good luck with the hustle, but you're not going to be leeching from our community because we like to give stuff to people that support wax creators.
No boo boos.
All right,
Right.
now we will do the
Mhm.
X-Men quick play.
Mark, you know about the boo boos?
Yeah, the boo boo da wham. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware.
It's infinite.
And would it be risky to
infinite.
craft another Naughty Scotty if we're aiming for ROA on the Aftercross? I would say yes. If you don't think you can get your ROA back in 15 days, then that's a risk.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to craft an epic because I'm a complete degen and I'm trying to craft an epic before the.
Yeah, they gave some more
say this,
details on how the PvP works, so I think it's basically like you have your brawler, then you have a certain amount of cards, and the cards kind of correlate to moves. Then there's a bluffing strategy built into that, but I don't know enough to say like how having multiple brawlers plus multiple cards would affect how the next phase of the gameplay works.
There's like a
Yeah.
power score where they add your brawlers together, and if you have a higher power score, you're supposed to be able to enter more lucrative tournaments. So I guess it would help in
Ooh,
that
I like
sense. but
Oh, I see. So you have a potentially higher payout if you were to win in that way because you're in like a higher weight class or tier or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and that way you're playing against other whales too.
But yeah, it's unclear how that's going to work exactly. So it's very speculative at this point. But if you're only interested in your ROI in the mining phase, you're definitely in the danger zone of crafting anything right now. Because I want the friggin' purple Colt. I think he's my favorite brawler, and I've wanted one since the beginning. So I'm shooting for that. It's probably not the best financial move, but I'm playing the game for fun. I'm not like trying to retire off blockchain brawler money.
Just gonna be like a wrestling promoter of NFT wrestling brawlers. Oh, this
Yeah,
is the one
you'll
with
see
the-
Lou driving his Lambo around LA with like the vanity plate brawl. He's just crushing it. got some like Scotty rap on his car.
Let's see what I'm at
Rolling.
though.
Wait,
Pretty
what,
good
what
right
was,
now,
what was the
brawlers.
Corey picture? Like, thanks for the wax.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
I got 17,000 brawl and 38 gold right now. I'm well on my way.
damn, dude, that's pretty good. I think I'm closing in on 1,000 brawl with my yellow belly, but I'm running out of rings. I have 1 gold still though, so I'm probably craft 1 more ring, and I have like 5 brawls left right now. Let's see.
Least comic standing. Congrats. Shout out to our friend. Least comic standing. We got more of these Hot Wheels packs to give away. We won't give them away today, but maybe consider following us if you like winning free NFTs and listening to us rant about NFT stuff.
NFT stuff, weird crypto stuff.
Tomorrow,
non-financial investment stuff.
Tomorrow we are changing our game night to Saturday because I don't know. We just figured the midday Wednesday is probably not the best time for most people who are working that have jobs and stuff. A lot of people listen to us like at work and wherever they are. So we're we're gonna try to move it to Saturday because more people have the weekends off. So we'll do our Fall Guys game night on Saturday after Super Blend Saturday. But I'm retitling Wax just Wax Wednesday. We'll just do general Wax news and like I'm gonna open a Hot Wheels pack myself because they gave me one to open to make a video for it. So I'll do that tomorrow. And yeah, if we just have any of us want to open packs, or if you want us to check out a new collection, like the guy who's like, hey, do you guys know Skunky Chunks? Like, ask us tomorrow and we can go look at the NFT artwork and like we'll deep dive some collections, whatever you guys want us to look at. And we'll give you our first-hand opinions.
Behind the scenes look on how we vet a collection.
They'll show you like the, not first-hand, first glance, I think is what I'm looking for. The first impression, that's what I'm looking for. We'll give you our first impressions on it. It'll be like a live react video. So yeah, definitely just send us some collections tomorrow.
That'd be fun.
Giveaways and fun stuff. And if anybody else has any ideas, just we still have to do our last battle before we sign off. Still got one more Stream Raiders in 1 minute, so place your final units.
Nice.
I might open one of my ultra rare packs. I didn't open all of those, so maybe I'll open my last comic tomorrow. Hopefully, I can pull a 1 of 1.
Oh, nice, yeah. You got a couple legendaries in here, or maybe it was the ultra rare one.
I got 1 ultra rare. Trying to sell it currently, and if I sell it, I'll just buy more packs and degen into it.
Let's see, Luke, can you show the Marvel stats?
Yeah.
Although this is only like a couple weeks into the new season, so they run quarterly now. We were doing them monthly for a long time, so if you are new to the stream,
trophies either.
What's up?
Have you talked to Paul at all about that? He didn't respond to my DM, Max.
Oh, about which one?
About last season's trophies.
Oh yeah, I have. I found them like a couple like references and sent those to him.
Okay, it sounds like we're working on this season's trophies. And then I got to hit up the what are their names? It's Rob and somebody else. It's the 6-Bit Glitch, Boffin. I think they're brothers. I think they're Boffin brothers, but Sammy said they're the ones that have the templates for making the cars, so I can bug Sammy about it, or we can just ask them directly in their private chat to get the maps for each individual car, so we can start working on the Nova Rally wraps.
But yeah, if you're new to our stream, then this is the time to get into the marble racing for the trophies, since this is the beginning of the latest season, and it'll run, let's see, like till through September.
Yeah, and if you're new, the reason you want to do that is because we give out marble trophies for top 100 racers, and if you get in first place, you get a 1 of 1 trophy with your name on it. This one was II333, and you get like a personalized trophy. It's 1 of 1, and then we give 100 trophies out to the top 100 racers based on these stats for our season stats, which are 3 months long, and you get the mint correlated to your place. So if you get in first place, you get both the 1 of 1 and mint 1 of the racer trophy, and if you get in say 69th place, you get mint 69 of the racer trophy. So just a fun way we reward people that watch our streams consistently, and those are generally stakeable in Wombat Dungeon if you're into that game. They don't have, unless you get the 1 of 1, it's not a crazy stake rate, but it's just a nice little bonus if you're into gaming and whack stuff. And we also do top 10 elimination trophies. I'll show that one. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I saw someone listed the 1 of 10 for the one I want, but it's too much. It's like 15.
These are only 10 mints. So top 10 people who, if your marble falls off the map, it's an elimination. So whoever gets the most eliminations, which is generally pretty consistent, like the top 15 or 20 people that just watch the most. Well, this one's a little bit lower mint and generally has some fun artwork. This one's like based on the movie 300. This is Sparta, but this is marbles. And usually Paul picks different movies each time, so they're kind of like fun movie quotes mixed with marbles.
Yeah.
I don't think we posted the previous season stats in Discord, but we will. Cesar, like we can put that in Discord so you can at least see the results for.
Yeah, I'll post that.
That's just takes time. We got a lot of shit.
I also deleted that channel just because we stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Like, if you really care, you can watch it live, but it's a lot of work to fucking take like 15 screenshots every day we do marbles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You just
You want to
purchase
know?
it
Just watch the
third-party,
stream and then ask me on stream. And I'll show you.
You just
You want to
purchase
know?
it
Just watch the
third-party.
stream and then ask me on stream. And I'll show you.
Yeah, so just in general, we do, at least 3 marble races every time we stream. We stream Tuesday through Saturday. So you just !play in the Twitch chat, and just through participating over the next.
If you join the marble races, you're automatically qualified.
Exactly, yeah.
But see if I can even find you on there.
So we've done all the marbles for today. We're going on 2 hours of streaming, but we do stream Tuesday through Saturday, and do that every single time we stream. So for next time, tomorrow at 12 Pacific or 19 UTC, we'll be doing more marbles if you'd like.
The other caveat is you need to fill out this form because we need your wallet. There's been a few people that have won seasonal trophies but don't send us their wallets, so don't send them. But if you either win a prize or want to be qualified for the seasonal rewards, fill out this form. It just links your Twitch ID to your Wax wallet, so after the races, we have that data so we can send you the prizes. Yeah, those are really the only 2 things you need to do to qualify for the seasonal trophies. And the next time we'll be streaming is tomorrow at 12 p.m. So that is like 22 hours from right now, like tomorrow and then 2 hours backwards. So whatever time zone you're in, that will be our next stream. And yeah, we'll just be doing general Wax stuff. So if you want to participate, just hang out and then join the races. I am going to play Buying the Dip, and then I'm
ready for a dip this week.
Everybody.
Hopefully we get some.
Shout out to Sully for the raid. We appreciate all the NFT Nerds Unite community coming in. And we also appreciate Funko in general onboarding a bunch of people just to grow Wax. We really, really appreciate it.
Hopefully you guys pull some redeemable Hanna-Barbera stuff.
I hope you pull nothing but grails and legendaries.
Right? You get the full set of the Jetsons. They're pretty cool. I like the redeemable stuff. The way they do it is awesome.
Me too. All right, here we go.
Your boy Kevin just lost. Oh man, your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you, with you. Oh man, your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening?
First of all of this whining by Wall Street is making me sick. 140% of GameStop was short. GameStop was short. You can't allow Wall Street to short 75% of a stock, crush these companies into the dirt, thousands of stocks into the dirt. Then when the individual makes money, everyone's entrepreneurs. I have a kid who bought a house, paid $50,000 and bought a house. After decades of the shorts, you have to accept the fact that individual investors are playing the same game that you're playing, and now you're losing.
Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening? Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it, push it, push it. Find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip, find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening?
There's a lot of power in organization online. Streaming people can get together in a subreddit. I think it's really funny that the GameStop stock is going up and just affects the market in that way. There's 20,000 people live in a Discord who are spamming rocket emojis, yelling, "Go to the moon."
Go to the moon. While we crush in Stream Raider.
Pretty perfect timing. Just I forgot to do Stream Raiders, but it looks like we just crushed it. So have fun raiding into NFT Action News, and we will see you all tomorrow.
See you.